Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Central Valley Business. It's centralvalleytalk.com, going around the world on the internet. We're glad you're with us today. We have a good show for you, full audience. We're going to start right now talking about Orange Enterprises. Udi Sosnik is here, and before we went on, Udi was telling me that this is a software company. You've been around since, 84, and you work with a lot of ag industries.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We started here in the Valley. And now, wherever in the United States where you have agriculture, it might be on the East Coast or Florida, California, Oregon, Washington, a lot of operations using our software to measure productivity as well as manage labor.
Before we went on again, you were just telling me about how your software can track how many barrels or buckets. Of tomatoes or oranges or whatever the crop is.
Right.
You can track how much each person does.
It's
in
amazing.
Real time.
Exactly. And that's, a lot of it is revolutionary. It's only in the last few years where we have apps that actually can track data in real time, and it might be a strawberry field, it might be a citrus orchard, might be in Washington with the apples or pears. All what the employees are collecting and harvesting is being measured both in terms of quantity and in terms of productivity, so their salary, their compensation can be coordinated accordingly. They can receive bonuses, and it's just a whole transformation of the labor force in terms of our ability to manage the data and see the productivity per employee, per block, per hour, build efficiency variables, and really motivate people and allowing them to do what they do best. And by doing that, the grower can save some on labor, and they can maximize their revenues. It's just an amazing. And by the way, right, the same happened in the packing house. We have different technologies to measure productivity within the packing house. So also, the number one ingredient in the whole thing is that with real-time data, you can transform your management into a whole different level. And in today's economy, it is so important to fine-tune wherever you can. There are so many difficulties stemming all the way from the say, water situation to energy cost and labor becoming lately much needed. We talk about regulation or what, but there are issues with labor. We don't have enough labor. Nowhere in the United States we have enough labor. We have situations that in Oregon or Washington, fruits at times would fall to the ground. There is nobody to pick it. So harvesting is the issue. There is a lot of crops that the harvesting is being done manually. And you can, if you can manage it better, you can really gain a lot.
I'm guessing this would also increase worker productivity if they know that they're being watched and monitored, and that they're being compared to how all of their other workers are working. They're going to step it up.
Exactly, and that's what happened. They actually express interest in those kind of systems, because they can see statistically what they're doing on a per hour basis relative to their coworkers. And everybody wants to shine. But the bottom line here, that if they shine, the compensation is accordingly. So you have anywhere from $200 to $300 type workers that are actually putting in 6-8 hours an effort, and they can really thrive.
Yeah. Someone, though, is going to be at the bottom of the list who did the least work, and that can be a bad thing.
Well, that's is it natural or not? It's a good question.
Yeah.
And they might be apply their talent into some other. It's like anything else in life. I mean, you gotta do what you're good at,
Sure.
what you're good at, and
it's hard to argue with the numbers. If your boss comes to you and says you're only doing half as much work as everybody else on the line here.
Exactly. That's exactly the case. And
Yeah. So these are what, apps you sell that the farmer can put on his phone or on his computer?
Right,
or?
right. I mean, it goes everywhere. Those are already hundreds of devices, all the way from the Androids to the iPhones to the Windows to all kinds of devices. And it's not just the phones. It's different handheld devices, different biometric devices. There are a whole host of devices that allowing us to deploy the technology that would measure the productivity. You might have different device on the production line, in a packing house. You might have, it's based on the grower needs. And it's also lend itself for a lot of other things too. You track equipment, you're able to deal with issues of traceability that is so important now. There is just, all kinds of facets. You can actually take a product that was packed with our system, and you can look in the back and you can track it and see what was applied on it. There is just a whole host of elements that really that technology lend itself to.
It's fascinating. Are there any software items you offer that are not ag-related?
No, we specialize for the last 31 years in ag-related industries, food companies, packing house, growers, shippers, packers, labor contractors, but it's all in the family of agriculture.
You found your niche, and it's agriculture.
Exactly.
All right. Orange Enterprises. All right, if folks would like more information about what you do, where can they find it?
Absolutely. They can go to tigerjill.com.
What is that? It's Tiger Jill?
Tiger Jill, yeah. That's kind of the name of our product. It has to do with tiger.
Pet
Jill. Tiger Jill. Yeah. Pet Tiger is right now is the product that's going viral, literally. And Pet Tiger stands for Payroll Employee Tracking. And Tiger been our logo for the last 30 years.
Yeah.
And they always can call at 800-656-7264.
Okay. Are you working on anything for the drought?
Well, trying to be as efficient as we can in all other areas. But at the time when we first started, we had irrigation scheduling program. But there are a lot of those. And just too bad that with software, really, we cannot bring water. And
you'd be a very rich man if you could do that.
Working on it, but yeah.
Right. Udi, thank you so much.
Thank you, my
Udi
pleasure.
Sosnik from Orange Enterprises right here on Central Valley Talk.